Welcome back, trainers. So seeing that we have all these amazing dragon Pokemon in Pokemon Go currently, including the recent addition with Palkia here, which isn't horrible, but the only thing holding it back, of course, is going to be that single charge move. So unfortunate for it. Of course it's going to receive a better move in the future, some sort of raid day or re-release, possibly with the shiny form. Don't get your hopes up for that anytime soon. I'm just pointing out the obvious. So what can we look forward to as far as dragons? Well, you obviously know by the title of this video, we're going to be talking about Garchomp because we did see it in that trailer for the Sinnoh evolutions, or just Sinnoh Pokemon in general, when they were hyping it up. So it was fighting against Lucario. I'll put up an image here. So Garchomp, how good is it going to be? Let's do a little comparison to the current dragons that we have, because right now, this is currently your best dragon. Rayquaza, period, Dragon Tail, and Outrage, super strong. Just amazing looking too. So we have not yet seen this come back. They're building it up for sure. They know how badly we want this, and more than likely when they release it, it's definitely going to be in a shiny variant. I mean, let's be realistic. If they don't release it in the shiny variants next time around, they're absolutely out of their minds, right? So let's go ahead and see how Garchomp is going to hold up against these other dragon types, and possibly how good are the moves going to be. Let's take a look. So we're over here on the Go Hub, and this is going to be Garchomp's first evolution. That's going to be Gible, Dragon and Ground type Pokemon. So we don't really need to go over its stats too much, but if we do take a look at it, I mean, goodness gracious, it's already pretty alright. I mean, the defense is pretty low, so let's go ahead and hop over to the next one. And this is going to be the next evolution here. Stats looking, getting pretty good. Getting up there. Alright, now let's go ahead and move on to Garchomp, the Beast. Dragon and Ground type. This one is what I'm saving my rare candies for sure. It's going to have a max EP of 3,962, attack 261, defense 193, and stamina at a whopping 239. So it will have a fairly good amount of HP and defense, and its attack is outstanding. So as it stands, let's see what its best moveset is going to be. Dragon Tail and Outrage. So there you go. It can learn Outrage. So, and Dragon Tail as well, so this thing is just an absolute monster. But, oh, and but, that's a big but. Let's go ahead and look at the weaknesses. See, it's not so horrible, but when you look at the ice, these dragons are just always so weak to the ice type, right? Because you have the dragon and flying, both of those types are going to be weak to ice, super effective towards it, and now Garchomp still can't escape that weakness. So it's going to be weak to Dragon, Fairy, and Ice, resisting Electric, Fire, Poison, and Rock types. Alright, let's go ahead and look at its moves to see what it has going on other than the Outrage and Dragon Tail. Mud Shot, wow, there you go. Bingo, already looking great. That's a fantastic move. I mean, it's okay. It's a ground type. It's going to be getting stabbed, so you will be able to run it either ground type or dragon if you so choose to. This is going to be a great PvP Pokemon somewhat, because it does have that Outrage. And then for the charge moves, we have Earthquake, Fire Blast, and then Outrage, right? So if I did have to purchase a secondary move, or if I wanted to, which I absolutely will, that's going to be Earthquake, of course, with Outrage being the #1 move on it. As far as which move do I want for the quick one, probably more than likely you're going to want to go with Dragon Tail, but depends. If you're trying to use it as a pure ground type, obviously you're going to go with the Mud Shot. So yeah, Garchomp is looking fantastic as far as its moves go. It has Stab for the quick move as well as the charge on both of the typings that it has, so that is great. If you wanted to go with Fire Blast for whatever coverage, I guess that works, but Fire Blast is not that great. But as far as PvP goes, it's not horrible because there is no cooldown, but it does take quite a bit of energy. So let's go ahead and look at the other dragon types really quick. Okay, so we do have 3 dragons that can all learn Outrage as well as Dragon Tail. So let's do the comparison. We have Dragonite over here with an attack of 263. Garchomp's attack is at 261. Eek, dipped a little bit underneath it. And then you have Rayquaza toppling over all of them with 284. So what's going to make Garchomp so good anyways, right? Because out of all 3 of these, it has the lowest attack. And I mean, let's be realistic, they're all going to be weak to ice. But on the flip side, we have Garchomp resisting electric types quite a bit. So you have that going for it. Much like we were discussing with Yanmega over Pinsir. Why would you even want to consider Yanmega when you have Pinsir that's doing more damage? That's going to be typing. That's why I picked Yanmega, as well as the looks, and Garchomp certainly has that going for it as well. So being a dragon and ground type, it will be able to resist electric type moves quite a bit. So in PvP, that should be able to serve you quite well. As far as gyms, you don't even need to worry about that. As far as raids go though, you still really don't need to worry about that too much. PvP is where you're going to really want to use this Pokemon, because I'm sure a lot of you already have a bunch of Dragonites maxed out, which you will be just fine using them, because seeing that all three of these are going to be extra weak to ice type moves, there's nothing that Garchomp is going to benefit really going up against a raid where you're going to need dragon moves, unless something has electric moves, in which case, yes, then it will be useful. So I just wanted to point that out. Garchomp isn't completely useless. Yes, it has the lowest attack out of the current dragons that have outrage in the game. Salamence does have some usability, but it doesn't quite have outrage yet. I'm pretty sure it's going to get it for its community day move, but we'll see. It's going to be an absolute monster if it does receive that. So I just wanted to point this out for you. Make sure you're getting ready and preparing, possibly save up those rare candies, because I called out that gender evolution, and what, 2 days later, 1 day later, gender evolutions. Now, I'm not saying Garchomp is coming 2 days from now or anything like that, and to be honest with you, I have no idea when they're going to release this, but seeing that they did come out with Palkia, a given legendary to come out eventually, you could say, oh well, Palkia is here, they might be getting ready to release Rayquaza as well as Garchomp. Yeah, but at the same time, I really have no trajectory and or when they will be releasing Garchomp in this game whatsoever. But that's not all, folks. We have ground types as well, because, well, it's going to be part ground type. So we have to do a little comparison really quick here. So we have Groudon coming in with an attack of 270 with a quick ground move as well as a charge ground move. And then you have Rhyperior at 241. And then Garchomp sitting at 261. So it will be the second best ground type attacker in the game. Although it will be picking up more weaknesses than Groudon is, it still has something to go with as far as the ground types there. At least it's not going to be falling behind like the dragon types. So there you have it. Garchomp is looking quite nice, so get hyped for that, folks. I'm very excited to see this thing entering into Pokemon Go very soon, hopefully. Hope you enjoyed this video. We're going to take a look at some more Twilight practicing, and I do use the Alolan Grimer. It's pretty funny. It does have 2 ground moves, so I mean, you can find some usability for it. It's going to be my shiny, as a matter of fact. I'm not going to do commentary over these. I'm just going to let you enjoy it with the in-game sound. So with that said, trainers, thank you for watching, and I'll be catching you all next time. Take care.